Hello, am I audible? Hello, hello,
Yes, sir.
am I audible?
Assalamu alaikum.
Hello, stop. Yeah, am I audible?
Yes,
Hello,
yes.
yeah, okay. So we'll start our usual join. So today we are going to talk about a GUI programming. Hope you all installed that PySide, right? So is there any problem with that? So we'll directly move on to Tkinter. Okay, so Tkinter is a basic GUI module which is available with, I told you it is pre-installed with Python 3. So you can go through it. So, you can do it. Okay. So Tkinter is a one of the GUI model. I told you it is pre-installed in Python 3 series and Python 2 I need to install it manually. Okay. So we need to import and start using it. Okay, it's called from the module called Tkinter, and this is the module which help. So this is the class or component which is it will going to initiate that GUI. Okay, so TK only going to initiate our application. So like this. So I told you this is a class, and when you instantiate, you will get a Tkinter GUI window. Got it? So it looks very simple, and you need to configure everything right from the scratch. Like what is the size you want, and the size, that header name, footer, etc. Whatever you want, you need to consider yourself. So in that, what coding? So right from the coding, so okay. So this is the basic module which will create your UI component. So either these are other subcomponent like buttons. This is a text box. This is a label, etc. We need to import and start using it. Got it? And so so this is my GUI, and here you will find the options. So what else you can do with it? Okay. So these are the options you can play with your GUI. Okay, and you can say set. You can set the size. You can set what you want. So we'll discuss that. Okay. So it starts from. So it looks so simple. So you need to instantiate, as I said. Okay. So just understand yourself what it is and what I'm doing here. So you need to tell me what it is. What it is, what I'm doing. So I'm actually running three lines, right? So what this three line going to do? First is my GUI instantiation. Second is what? I wrote a class. So inside I'm pausing what? What I'm pausing actually? What I'm pausing in it.
The object.
What I'm pausing in it.
Passing object.
Hello. So try to figure out your own because this is a basics. So hereafter you need to
Class.
understand yourself.
We are passing class.
Hello.
Class object.
Guys, please answer something. So, am I audible?
Yes, bro.
Am I audible? Okay, I will be quiet. Quick. I will be quiet. So,
Itself.
hello, hello.
Oh, hello. கேக்குதா சார்?
Hello. Yeah, hold on. I'm seeing my mic.
Yes, bro. Now only it's audible.
Oh, thank
Object.
you. Yeah, yeah. What it is?
An object.
It is class instance, guys. So I just before I told you, right? So it's a class, and we have to pause a class instance. Before based on that, I'm going to do something like it's a class, okay? And here what it is, it's a constructor, right? So here you can set your title. So for the GUI window, and here we can bind your label button, etc. in it. Okay. So this is the very first GUI. See that what it is showing. See, here it is. The basic Tkinter. Okay, we don't have anything beyond that. Just say greeting. I wrote some button click. That's it. Some greeting message. Okay. So see what I'm doing. So very first step is what? Instantiating TK. Okay. So if you're not hearing anything from me, just please tell me because my mic is not working properly. Okay, sorry for that. So even in chat also, just intimate me in chat also. Okay. Sorry, I have not noticed. Okay. So ping me in WhatsApp in case if I'm not here. Okay. So this is what a class instance. This will going to create a GUI. Okay, and and then next what I'm doing. Okay, and then you can customize your own GUI window, whatever you want. Like you can set your own title. Title is what? So what is visible in here, right? So here this is an editor. Here it is visible file name, right? So similarly, we can customize it whenever we want. So by default, I'm setting a simple GUI. That is what it shows. See that GUI, okay? And the label is what? Label is nothing but text, normal text. That is I'm saying hello world, okay? So here a label component which is imported from Tkinter module, and this is the very first input is what? First input is what? This is what?
Ti-
The each
Title.
component require not a title. This is a class instance which we actually passing into it, right? See that? So we are passing class instance, right? TK instance. This is what? So a label component require a class instance, that is a TK instance, and what text you want to be. Okay. So and then you need to pack. Then only it will be binded together. And then I'm adding one more button. Okay, for button the same logic. One is what? For button, first component is what? The that GUI instance, class instance, which we actually passing into constructor. And then text is what? A button name and command. So what you want to do while user clicking at the button, that is called command. So when user pressing the button greet, you are actually triggering this what is this? It actually triggering what are you actually triggering?
Method.
Method. Okay. So method I'm just printing something, a button click count. That's it. Okay. And I need to pack whenever you are adding some component, you need to pack it. That's it. Okay. And then a close button. Close button has its own default quit. So we don't need to create our own. So it is there already. Just say dot quit. That's fine. Okay. Master, that is a TK instance. So here I show you, right? So here you will find the quit. So quit is there. So this will actually kill that GUI. Got it? So while clicking that, that operation will be fired. So this will fired and will close your window. Got it? So that is what it is. So while clicking the button, you need to pass this. That's it. Got it? So this is a very basic Tkinter, and then I have add a few more label in it. So I'll show you so how to align. So here in this example, we are going to talk about the alignment. So how to align it? So the same one. There is a no different in it. Okay. So here I set an alignment. So based on a grid alignment like rows and columns. See that? So I'm saying dot grid. where you want to. So I want to align this label in a zeroth row. Zeroth row means the very first one in a zero column. In the sense, label was in for the very first column, and last name was in first row, zeroth column. And then I'm assigning the text box. Entry is a text box, and I'm setting zeroth row, first column, first row, first column. If I change anything, it will be collapsed. See, it is actually moved to the column 2. Got it? So you can align it through the grid options. Understand? So we can achieve it through grid options. So and then so these are very basic. Just I'm saying you haven't these kind of options in Python. You can utilize if you want for a purpose. We have seen that. So here, what I'm doing. So tell me yourself. So I'm calling this function. So here, what I'm doing. Find it out. Hello, hello,
Yes, sir.
hello.
Hello, can you hear us?
Yes, yes. Hello. I can't. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, tell me. So what I'm doing in this function? So I'm setting it as I told. I'm setting a title. Okay, and I've created a text box using entry. All you know, you need to pass what the class instance, the GUI instance in it. That's fine. And again, I'm saying a label. Meeting going to end in 10 minutes. So again, I'm setting a label. Okay, with something will override in it. It's a label, and finally, I'm setting a button. So what is focus set means? Any guesses? So the text box was a default. It has a default selected, right? That is called focus set. So if I disable, it won't be default. See that? We need to click by manually. Okay. So that's why I'm seeing focus set. Got it?
Yes.
Yeah. So and then on button click, I have I kept a function here, okay, because I'm not using a class. Why I'm using this various. So here I'm just demonstrating we can do it in a class also with functions. That's why I'm demonstrating both the way. So here we have tried with a class. Here I'm using here I'm using function instead. So we all know object sharing is difficult between a function, right? So that's why I'm using global keyword. It is easy in class, but it is difficult in function. That's why I'm using global keyword. Got it? So whenever I'm routing something in it, so I'll keep on updating in a global variable, so it will be reflected in my another function. So I can retrieve from this function. Got it? Yeah. So it is setting it doing. So you can find it through what is the available option through DER. Once you find with the DER, you can utilize it. So you have to find out what is the relevant attribute to set my item. So once you think in that way you will easily find out what it is and how to utilize it. That's it. Got it? So we'll move on to that GUI one, that is Pi side. Okay. So anybody did with your own GUI module or so any idea or anything what we so any guesses or sorry I mean do you have any ideas to implement with GUI so we can go in that way in a GUI programming. Any ideas? Hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Any idea or have you drawn? Have you designed anything? Hello. Hmm. Otherwise, I will simply plot a calculator instead. That's it. If you have anything, we will work on it. So, choice is yours. What to do?
Can you try a file explorer?
File Explorer. Okay. That is our on skill. So, have you designed anything?
No, sir.
Okay. So, what to do? So, this is my
But sir, for each window, we have to design a separate layout, right?
volume layout. So,
No, for whenever we, okay, for file explorer, it will be the same. But if you are designing some application
hmm,
and the layout of each window is different, so then you have to design each and every layout.
I don't understand. So, yeah, you need to design. So, it will be initially it will give you the plain window. We need to import the component whatever you want to. Okay, so you need to import that component. So what I need in the
So if you design a file explorer, the icons will be displayed only if there are files in that particular location,
yeah
right?
we need to
Otherwise, the window will
we
be
need
empty.
yeah we need to identify whether if it is a file or folder. So we have to identify that. So if it is a files, we can get through the thumbnails etc. We can map it through that. Or if it is a folder, we have to map that folder icon. They have a default icon set for that. So what
So
else you need
otherwise,
to
it
do?
will be just be an empty screen just with the drop downs. That is the
Yes.
file edit and all that.
Yeah. So it is back complete backend. So have, you need to keep some buttons. So while clicking that button, what happened? So it will actually launch a window. You need to select the folder which you want to, and in a backend code, you need to find out the files folder from that list, and you need to showcase here. Got it? What to do?
Yes, sir.
you have an option, so just click that. So you have a lot of options, so you can customize based on say, like design, color, etc. Whatever you want, and it can have a lot of options. You can, if you're familiar with CSS, you can bind the CSS also. So it is better to give a proper naming. So like if it is a button, start with btn or etc, because you can easily group that component in certain name. So just assume if you have a more than one button, and it is difficult to find its name, so better you can group it through the component name. Like if it is a button, just say btn etc. If it is a text box, just say txt. Label means lbl kind of. Okay, it will be help us to group in a proper way. So